And so we are trying to get over to the sheriff's department, so I appreciate you taking us out of order, the fact that we weren't on the agenda. This is the program that Judge Reese and I are doing as a bi-county program, and so it will not be a cost to the county, but since the money is being run through the county, and so we are. If you all would consider taking a vote to ratify our recommendation to hire her to fill the position of the administrator director of the jail chemical addiction program. Any questions that you might have? I know it's been a long time since we talked about it. We got the Attorney General grant. We also have the Justice Partners grant. Our county has received $120,000, with a large part of it going towards our jail program. Warren County has also committed a very large amount, as well as the willingness to pay towards the beds, some of the beds that the program will occupy. So that will be income for the jail on the beds that they're occupying.
It's a full-time position.
It is a full-time position. Director Administrator of the jail, the Fountain Warren County Jail Chemical Addiction Program.
I'll make a motion to make that hire.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, appreciate it. So Kayla Allen, just by way of background, you know, we only know each other by our relatives. This is Nancy Tubble's niece. So she's part of the.
Kayla.
Okay. Have a good first meeting, everyone. Thank you.
I guess we'll jump back. Is there any public comment?
I don't see any public.
Whether
Oh, whoa.
there's a couple, but okay, we'll move on, I guess. I need a motion to approve the minutes from the December 21st meeting.
I can make a motion.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
I was there, but I saw her, so. I need a motion to approve the claims, the monthly claims and the payroll claims, and I do have those amounts on there. If anybody has any questions, speak now, otherwise.
I'll make a motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's up to you.
Moving on to the appointments, I guess the drainage board, I need someone to make a motion. Drainage board.
I make a motion that Brenda Hardy be president of Drainage Board.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
There we go. Appointment for county attorney.
I'll go ahead and make a motion to retain Kent and that in this firm.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all those in favor?
Aye.
There we go. Director of ambulance services for 2021.
I can make a motion to retain Darth Gables
Okay,
as the director.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Highway superintendent.
I can make a motion to retain Rusty.
Okay,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
3-0. Veteran officer.
I'll make a motion, Bob Kate, if you want to retain as veterans officer.
I can second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. LEPC board for 2021. Don was on it last year, so.
Andrew, I'll make a motion, Andrew, sit on that board.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. The Board of Finance for 2021, looks like in the past it was the
President,
president.
I can make a motion for Brenda Hardy.
Okay.
I'll second.
Are all of them?
All of them
Okay,
are.
all of us, I guess, are. But I thought that there was maybe a representative, maybe you need just one signature or something.
Okay, if you want to do that, but I think all three commissioners sit on the
Okay.
board of finance.
Last year I had Craig precedent
Okay.
specified on that.
But I think they did that mainly in case they needed an individual, and all three couldn't be there. Is that okay?
That's fine with me.
Okay. All right. All those in favor?
I don't know. Who was it?
You?
Okay, but who?
Andrew,
I-
and then Tim seconded.
Andrew. Thank you.
Okay, community action program. I'll second that. All those in favor? Okay. Insurance committee, I think in the past, it was like, Don was on it, or the president. So.
I can make a motion to bring that.
All second, please.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then the council will appoint their own person. Jail committee.
Tim talked last year.
Yeah.
I
That motion.
I can make a motion for Tim.
And I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There you go. EMA advisory board. I think last year was
Don.
Don, so.
I'll make a motion, Andrew, sit on the CMA advisory.
Okay, Don, hang on. I'll make it so.
No, no, someone else.
No, it was just Don, I just didn't know.
Okay.
I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I'm just smiling, nodding here.
Speak, okay.
Speak up a bit for the hard of hearing people.
Get a bell tone. Okay, the district planning commission, we're gonna table that at this time, since they have not been meeting, due to COVID. And then the next item, District 4 Oversight Committee, they have done away with that, so we're scratching that off of our list. Plan Commission, Tim was on that task,
I can make a motion for Tim Shoemaker.
and I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Cemetery Commission, we're gonna table that this time. Due to a lot of factors. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay, Region 4 workforce, last year was Craig, so. You want him on there? You want to make that motion, or you want me to make the motion?
Oh, I'll make a motion, Andrew, to set on Region 4.
Okay, that's fine. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
There we go. Alcohol beverage board, last year was Roger Foster. If I can get someone to make a motion to continue that, or if they have some other.
I can make a motion for Roger Foster.
Okay. Speak for it.
Okay. I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Trustees of the Fountain County for Employee Benefit Trust. I think in the past it was the president, commissioners, so.
I can make a motion for Brenda Carter.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There we go. 911 board, that was Don on there before, so I'm fine with replacing him. And then we'll just see how, he goes for simplicity.
I'll make a motion, Brenda to be on the 911 board.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Do we want to go to the department heads, or do you want to go ahead and take care of? I only have this one contract before me. Deposit clause, I have not heard from them. And I do have copies, if you want to look at them, you can. If I have it with me, I may have to pull it out in the file cabinet, but no one has contacted me for renewal. I don't know if they'll contact the auditor, but it was only good through the end of last year. So,
It's like last,
no, the deposit clause,
closing clause.
it's like 28,000 a year. So,
Is there any other options in the county? Nothing?
not that I'm
Not
aware
that I
of.
know
I don't know.
of. Is the sheriff back there?
Yeah. Oh.
Down here. Pause and clause. You guys have any issues with them?
Like, you look somewhere else. Anything look somewhere else.
Any ideas?
Oh, Mike Marcus.
Yeah.
Does he have a place to shelter and everything?
Used to. So, I don't know, but our guys, we have
You
issues.
know how to get a hold of him?
Yeah, here's one.
Okay, if you want to get it to me, or if you want to call him.
I'll get to you guys and
Okay,
set up something.
okay.
But, I mean, we've had issues with phone calls, you know, and Frank, I'm just,
Basically, they won't go and pick stuff up, correct?
just depends on who it is, what day it is, and everything else, so.
28,000 is a lot of money.
It is, when you do nothing.
Okay. Well, I had originally thought that, once things get settled down at jail, maybe one day putting a kennel out there and letting trustees take care of them and hire somebody to pick them up. Just a thought, Sheriff, don't look at me that way. They say it's good for the inmates to have such stuff.
Well, the Gordon Bear be good for the inmates.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying it's one of those drinks.
Actually, there are a lot of county jails that do have them on the property, right? And sometimes the inmates,
Yeah,
the trustees go out there and they take care of the dogs and, you know,
I'm not trying to put 28,000 towards something like that.
right. So,
But anyhow, we'll call Mike one.
yeah, he used to be the old dog catcher in town.
Right.
He had the space out there. I don't know whatever happened, but then we got in contact with Paul and Wall, and like I said, I'm with him, so.
Okay,
All right. We'll go back to that.
thank you.
Do you want to act on the Keller PC contract renewal, and then we can go through the department heads? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and I did make notes, you know, currently it was $38.70 a month for the contract for IT. But with COVID, it's just been ridiculous, the extra computers that have been purchased. And so therefore, he has to do maintenance on them every month, so it's gonna be $4,260. And we did break it down, I had to break it down so that we are able to bill Warren County for their portion for 911's part. And so that is attached to the back of the contract. So I just need a motion to accept that. The council did budget for 50,000, so we will have to, we're gonna be a little bit short, like 1,000 something, so we have to transfer, do additional appropriation sometime this year to account for the increase in the contract. That's no big deal.
I can make a motion to keep going, keep the, for 2020.
Also,
Okay, okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Okay, department heads. Rusty?
Well, it's good to be back. And thank you for your
good to have you back.
trust in reappointing me for another long round. I gotta tell you guys that when I first said yes, back whenever it was, I was very skeptical. I wasn't afraid of it, I just skeptical. But I had been for Brenda Hardy. I want to compliment you. I've never had anybody work with her with her as well as she. And I pray to God that we'll get that note together. So, that being said, we do have some issues. One, this morning, I was
Sorry.
That's it. That's the next time to do. We have water in our gas tanks. I attempted to use our county credit card, and I was told that our credit card is frozen because of a $13 charge against it. So I brought that to the attention of poor auditors this morning.
I'm gonna call after the meeting.
And I've been charged late fees, we paid all kinds of stuff on this account. frankly, I'd rather see the county find a different bank than Old National, but that's up to you guys. So, that being said, I need a motion. Every department head in the county has a deputy or an assistant. We don't at the highway, and I would like you folks to,
I'll make a motion.
make a motion to allow us an assistant, because COVID has proved if one's sick, you have nobody to sign. A form can't sign by what I was directed. And make that position as assistant superintendent and let the superintendent appoint that, which if you do that, it'll be Travis Cavolt is who I intend to put in that position. It won't, the funds are fine. We're okay with funding.
And I did run that past the council last year and they were fine. So I did go into the system and made a note, the change on the salary ordinance and within your system column. So like I said, there's not going to be a different pay
Right.
or anything. It's just a title and that.
Right, exactly, with authorization to sign in the absence of me. I've given Mr. Manette the only other thing that I know of, we're being sued on a traffic accident.
Let's make a motion.
Okay, you
Oh, I'm
made a
sorry.
motion.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now, I do have a very serious problem that came up. Our guys are given holidays, they're off on holidays. But when they're called out for snow removal on those holidays, they don't get any compensation for it. Every other department does, the ambulance service does, the sheriff's department does. They all get their extra 100, they all get their time and a half. Our guys get nothing. They get straight pay, and that needs to be checked. I'm sorry, that's a, I mean, or you're gonna get guys that are gonna answer the phone.
I wasn't really aware of that because I was under the impression that you guys budget for 2 weeks of overtime. And that's how, when you guys do go out, you are compensated.
But the handbook doesn't say it that way. When you look at the
Yeah,
county
but the
handbook,
salary ordinance
but the handbook
specifies.
says they get straight time.
Okay,
They were off Friday, they worked Saturday and Sunday, they got straight time for Saturday and
and I
Sunday.
know each department's different, community corrections, they would kind of what's floating,
Right,
like if you took off this day instead of this day. But yeah, we can look into,
that issue needs to be addressed.
So if the salary ordinance is saying one thing and the handbook saying another, what's actually happening in that circumstance? Is it following the salary, is it following the handbook? How are they getting paid for that?
It was just presented to me this morning, so you've got me as a loss.
look that way.
Yeah, so that's it, that would be my question.
For example, they're paid Friday, but it says they have to have 48 hours before they can collect the overtime.
In the handbook. But the salary ordinance says differently.
I have the ability to do.
They have the ability to 2 weeks overtime at time and a half, because it's all been calculated out. And
Well, or comp time, they're not even allowed comp time under those standards. Because they paid holiday pay is when counted as full
I
pay.
think we need to reevaluate the handbook.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we need to reevaluate the handbook, but if it's accounted for in the usually, if it's accounted for in the salary ordinance, that's the most important thing if we're going to pay more.
Right, right. I understand that, but I'm just saying it's just not fair the way it's set up right now. And our guys are not, you know,
Because we did set in the salary ordinance, the emergency personnel, $100 a
Right.
day.
right,
But also they do have overtime line items too.
right.
But it's not just for them. I mean, it may be bringing someone else in.
Right.
You know.
But ours isn't set up that way. And it needs to be addressed. I mean, we're right, starting the snowstorms and whatever.
I think that commissioners tell you that you have discretion to offer, if you call everybody, nobody will return your calls, but you call back and say, we're offering a bonus, as long as that's in the salary ordinance, I think you're okay with that.
Right, I understand that, but that, right now, is not the way I understand it. So it would take a motion to get that, is that correct, or no?
I think Brenda's thinking that it is in the salary ordinance now, it's just not being said in the handbook.
The
from what I
handbook,
understand.
the handbook is not matching what the salary ordinance is saying.
Right, so,
And the council has approved the funds to do that.
okay,
Sounds like it needs to be an updated handbook.
And I think in the meantime, you could make a motion out to the highway director to offer that bonus waiver for.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
thank you very much. What are here, tell me that. Oh, I got brushed that one this morning.
No, who takes care of their handbook for them? Like, to get that updated.
We have that we contact. I know sometimes the attorney, will help
Is
us.
the handbook matching what reality is?
It's pretty updated. You find stuff like this all the time.
There are a few other things that really need to be tweaked in it as well.
Right, there are, yeah, but I'm not,
It sounds like reality matches what he was asking for, it's not.
the only,
Otherwise, in the handbook.
So maybe we reach out to Addie and or anybody can, because I mean, it's kind of a handbook. Do we want to, do we need to have a meeting, can, as suggestions to, or can one of us gather the information and present it to the others?
Yeah, you can gather the information and, you give it to me and then we can decide. We can take that to the firm that put that together. If you want to.
Okay.
All right.
and my understanding, you got the right of way thing, working is almost done.
Yeah.
Very good, man. That's, yes, sir.
I know you wasn't here. Do you know why the trucks were taken from your employees?
I do it trying to save money. That was raised back, way back when, the eighties or something like that, Walt. Yeah. And they took that trying to condense money, they said, we work the trucks, the money's saved, we pay towards you guys here at the garage. That didn't really ever transpire.
It may, from what I've seen, it's a lot cheaper. And we operate a lot more efficient. That man starts from his house and starts taking care of roads in this time, right now. I mean, he can leave his house at 5 in the morning and we can start a lot earlier than having to come to the shop. Warm the trucks up, get ready and take off. It just makes sense to me. But the others had said they didn't want that, and
Well, that was something that I talked to Rusty about when he first took over. It's hard to find people with CDLs. Very hard, we're losing them left and right. So I would think that the benefit of having for one, to be able to take their truck home. For two, like Rusty said, they can start from home and do their job instead of, I think they would appreciate it. And I think, and we can wait for the next meeting and move on if you guys want. But I just wanted to bring it up.
That's always been a point of contention, going from home to work. When I was highway supervisor years ago, I could prove to the commissioners how much money we were saving by letting the men leave from home and start right on their job. Not have to come in and clock in and then go back out. That was a waste of money. So we did that for years, and I don't know how it's got changed over the years, but
and
administration's changed things like that. I think it's a good idea for the men to leave from home.
And also, let me back that up with our new GPS system, we know that they left from home.
Right.
And that's, I forgot to mention that, that's very important.
That new GPS system is,
And that way you can actually, you or Europe can clock them in.
I can tell you right now where they're at.
That's another
And
thing
we
I
didn't
forgot
have
to
that
mention.
before.
We never had that.
No, and I think that was probably the problem, and that's why
Well,
things were abused and it got taken away.
it may have been, I can't answer that.
So,
But I
mean,
can tell you.
that would be your,
I can
Well, I
tell
know there
you-
was some use of the county vehicles that was questionable.
Right.
So just tell the, I mean, I don't know, what do you guys think?
I appreciate it because I'm going out on the roads at 4:35 a.m. when weather gets bad. As soon as those guys can help us out on the school sides, I'm okay with that.
and I don't have a problem with it, if he's gonna oversee
As
it.
long as they're being overseen.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it's both computers, we can track it, we can give you a record of which truck was where and what. 2 incidents the last year, since I've taken over, we got calls that our truck broke somebody's windshield. And we pulled it up on the computer, our trucks were in Kenton, weren't even close as when the state highways did, you can see.
Yeah, sure.
And she even had a truck number. I said, well, that truck is, the motor's out of it, so you apparently made a bad mistake. But anyway, that's about all I could drum up first day back after a month, so. COVID's nothing to mess with, folks, I'm just gonna tell you right up.
You guys okay with that? I'll put a motion on the floor if you want.
I'm fine with it, if he's gonna oversee it like he says, then if it's gonna help, the schools.
And employees.
I appreciate that.
Make that motion.
Thank you.
What's the,
I made that decision before I went home sick with COVID. that they would do.
Okay,
I'll second.
all those in favor? Aye.
Thank you very much. Anything else you need? I did the damage.
thanks,
Thank
Russ.
you. Ambulance, Garth?
Morning.
Good morning.
Don't have a whole lot, I'll have more for the numbers for the, I'll tell you that we did finish out last month with 316 runs full, which is since I've been director, that's the highest number of runs we've had. So, which we thought we were going to get 300, we did. And we finished out with like 2,770 runs for the year. So, very, very busy, unprecedented year. And we started out the first of the year same way, so we're seeing how it goes. Trucks, we did get back the one we had taken over to Indianapolis. It was a strange thing that they found that was wrong, which kind of was puzzling, that they pulled the transmission out 2 or 3 times and determined it wasn't that, it was something else. But we got that addressed, but then we got another issue. Our O2 ports in the patient compartment space. We noticed we had a leak in one of them, so my maintenance officer was tracing it down, and we found one of the lines got an elbow or a line that's got a hole in it or something. So we're probably gonna have to take it back to the company that built the truck and get that fixed. So it's out of service right now until we get that done. Every time you put an O2 tank on, it leaks it off, so we can't use it right now. So, other than that, we're holding our own, got what we can do, and appreciate you letting me hire the people we did. Moving Jeff, I moved my assistant director off the truck into the office to help us out. In the 2 weeks that he's been in there, it's been very helpful. He's done a lot, he's helped carry out with a lot of my office manager was paperwork and everything else, so it's really been beneficial. So, okay. Other than that, I really don't know anything else.
I was one of those 316 runs and they did an awesome job.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear.
It took you away, huh?
Yeah, they did. You wanted to go to Logan's for it.
Darn.
The birdie.
Yeah.
Since it's not up there anymore.
Other than that, I'll have more stuff, at the next meeting, but I'll have right now.
Thanks,
All
Russ.
right, thanks.
Sheriff?
Great story.
With the jail.
Please be kind.
With the jail, it's still standing. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
At this point.
Right now, we're actually holding a lot of Sullivan County. Yes, so we got 11, Sullivan, yeah, we got them. I talked to Damien from DLZ this morning on the generators. He's on the corner. They're going to send a technician out to look at them, because when I pulled in the driveway this morning, a little after 7, I'm hearing this loud screeching noise coming from I guess the first on the east side generator. And I've never heard it before. So when he called this morning, I said, yep, it's screeching right now. I need to get somebody up there. I said, yeah, that'd be great. It's not talking with the fire system either. So here a while back, when it went down, we were all locked out. Everybody was locked in, nobody was getting in, nobody was getting out. So that's a big issue, especially if I do have a fire and I cannot get inmates out. The county will pay dearly for that. So, we've got a technician coming.
Isn't Kettle Hut responsible for all that? Getting the people back for contract work?
I would like to know who is responsible.
Kettle Hut is.
We're playing games now.
Kettle Hut
with
is.
some of these people. So
They are the construction management company. They are responsible.
right.
And we got, we
Who
have,
installed the generator?
I don't know who installed it.
Yeah, EPAR and.
Oh, you
then
guys
you
are
had-
out of India.
Yes, they installed it, but then you had Lesco.
The electric company.
What was Evaporator sub through Kettle Hut, or was that a separate contract?
That was before. I actually got it.
Kettle Hut was the construction management company. They just, whoever got the bids for the different things, they just oversee it.
Right.
And then Lester would have been the electric contractor that hooked it all up and everything.
DLZ's been very interested in this generator. They've been calling left and right, but haven't showed up.
But when you called Damien back, I called him last week, he just called me this.
There are experts in the field wondering why there are 2 generators. Also,
He's trying to figure out what he should do.
so,
That could have been safety, I don't know, that could have been life safety on a jail, that could be spec. It may not be needed, but on a life safety, that could be spec and from the architect standpoint. That you get into certain.
But is it working?
Yeah.
yeah. So anyhow, we gotta focus on April because that's when everything, isn't that when they said it was done?
Yeah, that
But
was
you didn't move in until July,
Completion date was,
a year after the
right,
completion
and they
date.
moved in July 6th. That was the first opening day. So,
That's substantial completion, it should be right.
Should be.
Yeah, it should be. That should have been.
yeah, it was a very meeting.
Yeah, it should have been.
It's signed in April. We haven't moved in July.
Okay, well, April's what we have to shoot for, that's in contracts, and then the people can say, hey, we're done.
Right.
So if no one's doing anything, have you ever called Kettle Hut?
Yeah.
Have they ever responded to your calls?
A couple days later,
Okay, and then what, did you get any satisfaction?
Logan, is who we talked to. And then I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not really having an issue with Logan, okay? I'm sorry, he was very.
Logan was a young man that had no experience on jails, and never should have been put in that position.
And Logan, we reach out to Logan, he'll try to figure something out. He'll email us back, let us know, and then he goes quiet again. So we reach back out. We email, and he's quiet.
Right. So you guys have logs of everything that's wrong in that jail, right?
Yes, Sager.
Okay. We probably need, since, April's gonna be here in no time. We probably need to have, Ken send a letter to Kettle Hut and DLZ and tell them that we would like to get this jail operational.
Yeah,
I
address
mean,
each one of those.
these issues that have not been taken care
They're really
of.
not.
Our year's coming up, yeah,
By the outage, it has to be.
Right.
And that's the nature of the game.
right.
I mean, that 1-year contract, we all abide by it. I was asking Kettle Hut is gonna turn around and reach out to Evaporator, they're the ones that install it. I mean, that's your best avenue to get somebody out there.
But that's their job, as construction management, to do that, to make sure it's functional.
Was that contract with the county directly, that, or was it run through Caleb?
There were, they were direct with the county.
Yeah.
It wasn't through, it was.
It's, you know, a lot of times when that happens under the management aspect, you know, there's a substantial difference between a construction manager and, you know, when everything runs in general. When that contract is direct with the county, you almost have more power to go direct because you're the one paying them. That contract is with the county direct and not through Cadillac. Cadillac oversaw the project, but they didn't retain anybody, they didn't run through them. So there's really no contractual obligation between Cadillac and EVAPAR because of that. I like his head shaking, but I'm in this world enough to grasp that.
Right.
Yeah, the county's better off to go straight to EVAPAR and say, hey, we need help, because the contract is between us and them. Kettlehead's a whole different issue. They were paid to manage the overall.
Yeah, you're not wrong, he's
And it's-
right on the efficiencies and it's the contractor's warranty.
With the county, yeah. I know, it's things sometimes. Now, under different scenarios, Kettlehead would be liable for different issues. I don't know the issues going on. So I didn't
Well,
know.
it never was right.
No,
They signed off on it, and DLZ signed off on it.
well, it's like, you know, one guy in this.
I'm sure there's no retainage left, right? All the
Oh,
retainage
no.
is given.
I'm sure, well, is Glasgow still being held
We
back?
still have some escrow retainage over $100,000.
Then on Glasgow, they're the only one.
There's one other, but there's not much money being retained.
EVAPAR will take care of the issue. They're a big enough company, they'll take care of it. That's really not, that doesn't concern me at all. They do.
I've had him there before.
They
What's
don't
that?
help.
I've had him there a couple times. He got a bill from them, and I paid it. Oh, yeah, $400 and some doesn't come out,
For a warranty issue?
I guess. It was their problem. I called them, and they said, no, I received the bill.
Who are you dealing with there? You know, remember the name?
I've got emails from them, though, who I've talked to. I can tell you. I kept on with them.
Well, and I'm not, and I know you know what you're talking about, and we can't necessarily talk about, but I think DLZ and Kettle's need shaken up to where they get their people that was on site.
Right.
Just keep start calling
Now,
them back.
I will go back, DA Dot, who come there and did all the watering. We call them, they have.
Sure.
Not a problem. The guy lives local anyway, no issue. They've been fixing the problems as they come up. So they are taking care of that. It's the whole Glasgow issue of not their electrical. I mean, that was just poor choice to go with, in my opinion, as far as having them come out and do electrical work. Because again, if anything happens inside that jail, my inmates are trapped. I can't get them out. The county as a whole is going to pay for that.
Unfortunately, I think they were the only ones that bid.
So,
And
yeah, and then my bid, that was,
I was told by several people in the trades over there, they didn't know what happened. Generally, they're a good company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people from the trades over there said. We don't know what happened in Valley County. But generally,
right,
they're a good company.
we poured muriatic acid through the conduit.
Yeah.
And that brings up another point. The damaged stainless steel equipment that's over here.
Yes.
Okay, if the adjusters have already gone and done their work, is it theirs? Is it ours?
We need something in writing from them to tell us what we can do with that.
Okay,
Or moving forward.
yes, could you do that?
Yeah, that's all I
I
got
mean,
to
just to get rid of it, because
Yeah.
we need to
do.
decide
I
what to
mean,
do
if
with
we
this
could keep
whole.
it, well, I don't know, we can't just auction it off.
Right,
So,
I agree. And the other thing is too,
You know-
that needs to be done is the water lines, do they need to be flushed? What we need to do, because power's been, I notified the city of Covington, even though there's power going through it to the utility building, there's some things that need to be done by
Yeah, and
before the freezing. It's already here.
did you guys get everything out there?
Yeah, we have everything.
Okay. I apologize, I didn't get lots going to get it locked up.
But you have the, some of that kitchen stuff, even if you're thinking about auctioning off some of it, is it gonna be,
That's what'll happen.
is it gonna be good, or are we just gonna have to junk it? You know what I mean?
You talking about inside the building?
Inside the old jail, yeah.
No, because like.
I mean, I know you opened up the doors there and everything.
They're
so-
fine.
Okay.
The stoves are fine. Ice maker will be fine.
Okay. So we need to think about that.
I know it was drains, so.
Okay.
We definitely
I
need
just
to
want to
get it,
mention it.
so it's not locked up at all.
You walk right in.
Okay. We need to get Bob or somebody over. Are they in business, Greg?
Yeah, they're the ones that take care of that jail, all the locks.
Okay. We need to get them called.
Also, while I got you guys here, I'd like for you guys to reappoint Kraut back to the non-voting board. Yes, we have to
I sit on there as a commissioner, real good right now. You have a commissioner sits on there, then they appoint somebody. to
Someone
sit.
else.
Okay, I'll make that motion for Andrew to be on the line of one board. Second.
All those in favor? Rio?
And I heard Rusty say something about your credit card, or you have an issue with it. I'm getting that same $13 charge.
They're froze, the account's froze, you can't use.
Really? Now, ours is not frozen, but you keep getting this $13 charge.
Yes, we're getting
And-
those.
A $13 charge?
And I can have it here.
Does it say anything on the bill?
It's,
Sorry,
yeah,
that's why they froze our account, because there's $13 lien against.
yeah, they've not froze our card, but we're getting that same bill.
I'm gonna look into it after the
Okay,
meeting.
and I didn't know what was going on with that, so.
So is it showing up on your statement?
Yes,
Okay, I'll pull one of your statements and
okay.
see what that is.
And Nancy keeps saying, I don't know what this is,
Right.
so.
Well, I have a $2 credit.
Oh, great.
But
yeah.
I can't get back.
Yeah, we're getting that same charge. So I don't know if it's on, and you're on the next part, or what's going on?
That's
Okay.
fine. I need to talk to Colleen anyway about, because we've had some credits, both on Tim's and my credit card
Okay.
for commissioners conference.
Okay.
They charge every credit, and then some things weren't paid, it really, things should have been paid so that it would show up, should have zeroed itself out.
Yes. And ours did, we was scheduled to go to a conference. Ours didn't happen, the credit card account, it showed zero, and then $13 charge.
Okay, I'll find out what that is.
Yes.
You're at call, bank, and they said they froze our account, it was like $13 charge, $13 charge, they froze our account. On I'm freezing my account and not it.
I'm special.
You're scared of him, Rusty.
Oh, it was not a nice conversation, that was.
I'll check it. As soon as it's over, I'll check into it.
Yeah, 'cause like I said, if he's getting it, and we get frozen, we're in trouble.
Yeah, you guys may be frozen, don't know it,
Right, so.
but I will
Okay.
make it a priority. Let y'all know.
Guys,
Could you guys get him the list you're working on when you get it finished? So we'll know who to send and stuff to.
actually, Sarah's got, so, okay, he's actually got broken down, like electrical, plumbing, so. We started doing that a long time ago, just, we didn't know if we were gonna do it.
Right. Okay.
All
You just
right.
gotta stay on it.
One more thing I'd like you guys to consider is the holiday schedule. For some reason, the emergency services only get 9 of the 13 holidays. It's been like that for many, many years, and I don't understand why. There are employees in this county as well. And it's only the emergency services that are getting discounted. So if you consider maybe giving them 13 holidays along with everybody else, that'd be great. And I'm kind of speaking on behalf of not only our department, but ambulance and 911 as well.
I know the difference is like a holiday, we just get our straight pay, and I think your 9, you get the $100.
If you work it.
Yes,
The
if you work
difference
it,
was
if
the
you work
courthouse
it, you
doesn't
have
work
it.
that.
True.
So we have to.
And it used to be, what was it, 6? For the longest time, it wasn't very many.
Yeah.
Was it
6.
5? Okay, and then it got moved to now it's 9.
But our emergency services have to work. We don't have a choice.
Right.
We can't just.
And your hours are 12 versus court, everybody wants to compare everything to the courthouse and, you know.
If we all did the
that's
same
how
job, it'd be
people-
great.
Yeah, it's not the same job, and so I think, I mean, it's been evaluated, you know, to comparing the hours, you know, but it can be looked at again.
See, and that's what comes up at the highway.
Right,
Courthouse wasn't open Sunday, but
right,
I mean, yeah, what guys we had, same as them.
well, and I think that's where they put the $100 in just for the incentive, it's like, well, at least I'm making $100, and they're not, they're just off, you know. So.
And when I asked for the 100, remember the other two said they would, I had to go look more and more and more. Anyway, it's wrong.
Well, I think we do need to look at the handbook again. I think just in the, since 2013, there's been a lot of things that have changed
Oh,
and
yeah.
has been tweaked a little bit. Well, that's when I started. No, we didn't. It was after that because
It's been 5 years.
we had the sheriff's lawsuit, the Department of Labor
Right.
interrogated me. Yeah, I've had that with some of that, so. That's sarcasm, by the way.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Okay.
I don't see anybody.
No one from the health department?
Adam,
And I think
Kathleen.
Kathleen, do you have anything?
I don't have anything.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Paula, do you have anything from the clerk's office?
Just that I did receive the grant, which I said at the last meeting, and I think those funds have been deposited and she's going to go over today.
Yep.
We received over $10,000 for the grant through the Secretary of State's office for reimbursement for election, additional election costs due to COVID.
Thank you very much for going to that.
Yes.
Because I'm sure the clerks who didn't even fill it out.
And you're right, because I asked, and there were a lot of anybody who filled it out, and a lot of times that's all you have to do. Is complete the paperwork, right or wrong, they'll let you know. And we were awarded $10,000 because I completed the paperwork, so.
Awesome.
So is there like restrictions on the use of that, or what do you, once she receipts in the money?
I think it just goes back, it's just reimbursement back to the county.
So she'll receive it in, cut a check, and,
I think it just goes to the general fund.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
well, I think she has to create a fund, has to be created,
Okay.
for grant money.
It's grant money?
And
It's
it's
kind of like emergency management, their salary reimbursement. We would create a grant, and then after you get that money, then he would do the claim, and then the money would go to the county general or whatever.
Yeah, which is.
I mean, okay, I just didn't know, I
I
didn't
didn't
see
go
the
over
paperwork.
budget or anything, but we did have additional.
If you have more paperwork, all I got was like the cover letter, and Colleen will need that.
I'll need the fund letters, yeah, and fund numbers
Yeah.
for that.
So that she can have all the documentation. Okay. Let's see.
Adam? You guys have?
Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while. How's it going? Okay,
Great.
I see Greg. You have anything for us for the landfill, or?
EMA, I have Joe's not here today, but I have for EMA, and for landfill, I'm gonna have a report for you next meeting.
Okay,
I figured there was enough going on this
Rick's up.
meeting. Rick's back here.
The only thing I have is whenever you guys decide about all this new heating, cooling you guys been talking about, I guess.
Maybe walk up.
Did you get that panel, electric panel or whatever fixed?
Josh. Got it. Josh has it.
Okay. Josh Whittington's on the corner.
Oh, okay.
He does have something. Josh? You can speak.
There we go. Good morning.
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 Congratulations to our new commissioners.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna kind of down and dirty it here really quick. Last year was absolutely crazy. We're talking mid to high 30s for our call volume last year. That's unprecedented. Garth used the word unprecedented. That's unprecedented for Fountain County. I've got new memorandums of understanding to sign with family and friends and Moss. Last year, we paid $150 for the facility use for autopsies, as opposed to taking people to Lafayette, paying $300. We're keeping in county. We are trying to, it makes it a little bit faster. So if 150 is still good with you guys, I would pretty much like to keep it there.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. Our number of transports is also increasing, unfortunately. I won't say half, but a lot of our calls last year ended up having to go to exam, 10 or 11, I think. You know, we normally budget for 8, so we'll probably look at an additional, because I would like to attribute it to COVID, but I can't. We had 1 confirmed COVID and 2 that were clinically significant. So that COVID really didn't have any bearing on our fatalities last year. With the cooler that we received through the funds last year, it needs slide boards on it so that it's easier to transfer bodies in and out of the cooler itself. So I'm going to ask Wally to see if he can get a quote for 3 of them, because it's a 3 shelf unit, and we're generally at least 1 shelf used. And part of the verbal agreement with Dickerson's is that since it's in their garage, he can use it if he needs to. So I'd like to get a quote and bring that to you guys end of February, first part of March, about getting some slide boards put in there, because they're definitely not going to fall into that $500 medical supply budget, because I've already had to buy hollow core needles for blood draws, and that tops it pretty close to $200, and that's was in the claims for today. So I mean, that's going to completely blow it out, if that's all right with you guys.
Josh, you're talking about shelving, right? I can hardly hear you.
The little super thin plastic boards. They're like a long backboard, but they're thin. They're less than 1/4 of an inch thick. And it's just to move the body from the into the cooler itself, or wherever the person lie on the med cot.
Okay, so the cooler already has shelving there?
The cooler it's a 3 shelf unit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all.
Okay. I'll bring probably the February meeting. I'm on truck Mondays this month, so maybe in the February meeting, I'll bring you guys some run numbers so we can look at them a little bit more closely.
Okay.
And if the new commissioner has any questions or anything like that about what we do and things like that, Andrew, you're more than welcome to give me a call, give me a text. Colleen has my number.
Okay.
All right, that's all I have.
If you have to ask for more money, we really don't have a choice, council and commissioners, because you can't control what happens.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep waiting over November, because that's, traditionally that's how we've been doing it. I'd like to get it done by the summer. If we don't use it, we don't use it. It's not like I'm going to spend autopsy money on gas or anything like that.
Yeah, but wouldn't we have to wait for the next budget session to
Right.
raise it, that which is fine,
Right.
okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all the department heads. Can we want to move down to the financial report? I think I emailed that to all the council commissioners and last Thursday night. I don't know if you had any questions. Obviously, since the WIT money, local income tax money came into play, that's really helped the balances of county general.
Did I read it right? Are we up like $3 million
Yes,
from last year?
yes.
But some of that is investments that haven't been reinvested because of the interest rate. I can get more in my checking account than I can with a CD or money market.
Okay.
So I have put,
Well, I knew that there was more.
I
But
put
that's
more,
why.
some of it is, yes.
Yeah, like 2 million, well, not even, 1 million something for county general is up from beginning of the year to now. And I know when I first came in, we were really struggling with revenues coming in. So that has, you know, improved immensely. Exceeded some of the funds.
And then the rest of it's the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we did, you know, we had a lot of grants this past year. And if you look towards the end of the report, you know, like the 900,000 numbers, a lot of those are your grants. And some of them still have balances because they haven't been spent out. But, mainly the grants, money will come in, money goes out, and it's spent. Should have a zero balance. But sometimes there could be negative because it's a reimbursable. But in this case, I don't think we really had it this year. We started out the year with one in the negative, but we didn't get the money back. So if I can get someone to make a motion to accept that, and we'll have to advertise that one time, and it'll probably cost about $400 or something to advertise it. It's ridiculous. At least we don't have to advertise the 100R anymore. We can just upload that to Gateway. I know some counties go ahead and advertise it, but I didn't. I asked and I was told I did not have to advertise it.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2020 Fountain County financial report.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. We have it on the last page. I did send the information for all the renewals for the insurance, since it did not get approved last December. I decided just to have record of all of this being presented to the new commissioners and Tim, that we would just go ahead and approve it this year. That way Colleen has it in her minutes. So if I can get someone to make a motion to, we'll just do one motion to the Optum transplant policy renewal, and it has a single family rates there. COBRA rates, we always go with Keystone's recommendations. And then the renewal with UMR again, due to some high claims, you know, we were not able to shift to another company and prescriptions, so we're just gonna continue. It's kind of the same rates. I think the coverage, the county is gonna, instead of 50,000 going towards someone's insurance claims, we raised it like 65,000. So by doing that, it kind of kept the rates what we were paying. And then Keystone Insurance Group, you know, they're a broker and they kind of oversee, I think they do a fabulous job. So if I can just get someone to make a motion, a second, and we can vote on all this, that'd be great. You can make a motion.
Okay.
I think that's what Kent said last meeting. You can make a motion and then we vote. So you'll make that motion?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
To accept all this?
And I'll second.
Okay. And all those in favor? Aye, 2, and you'll abstain.
I abstained because
Okay.
I just let people know I had the county health insurance before I was ever a commissioner. And Keystone was a brokerage house that I worked with, so But I sign papers with the state every year, conflict of interest form.
And I have that on file.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. The CARES Act, there was a claim that came in, obviously, if you look up, you can see a camera that's in this room now that's working,
You know,
yay.
Bill caught that early on.
I know. I do have a transfer, for the part-time, person in the judge's office. And then we're gonna do things a little different for reimbursement with the health fund. Colleen and I, excuse me, talked about it. And I think what we'll do is just cut a check out of the COVID-19 line item and then receipt it into the health fund. Go ahead and pay for it out of the health fund. That way Warren County knows what kind of expenses we have. And so we can, it's just cleaner that way. So if I can get someone to make a motion to, do these things, and I will work with Colleen and the payroll so that we can finish off the fourth quarter as far as what we need to bill Warren County when the funds come back, so that they're received into the right funds, because we use some of our CARES Act money with the health trust and the local health maintenance. And I reached out to Warren County to reimburse us. Well, they couldn't, because we had asked for 100% through IF funds. And so talking to an individual, I said, well, why can't they go after their salary reimbursement and then reimburse us there? Because the commissioners and council would then control how they spend those funds. It is reimbursing for something that we inadvertently asked 100%. I don't think Warren County went after that. I don't think they got all their funds, so I don't know. I was told that they would guarantee us reimbursement of what we reimburse the health trust, so we'll see. So I'll work with the new auditor and see if we can get that updated.
All right, I can make a motion to approve the plan investments, the county general.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Very good. At one point, we had a bid to do some work on that South Hallway, Tim. I did not bring that quote out. I don't know if you want to wait until the next meeting. I can reach out to Andrew and
Yeah, that's good.
and see. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that I didn't forget about it. It's just kind of pushed off to the side.
Well,
Does anybody else have anything?
What they're doing right now, or if this is the time of year they can get in and do this type of work.
I know we talked about, painting in the foyer of the courtroom, looking into removing the wallpaper to help the murals and stuff. And I know the chimney and, the boiler, all those are things that we need to address. But I think, we need to have all players at the meeting so we make the right decision.
That's just like,
Does anybody have anything else? Oh, the spyglass, I did give I have an invoice for $2,950 for the annual, this is the second year. And it looks like the service is through October 2021, Kent.
Okay.
So if you could look that over. I did not sign paperwork to give them authority to look into our AT&T bills or New Wave or anything, because I've been working with the IT guy and we just want some of the stuff left on. We got it to where we want it, and for fear of something getting changed without our authority, I wasn't on board of giving them the authorization to contact these people. So if we're liable to pay this $2,900, just if you could look into that, and then I'll let Colleen know.
Okay.
And then we can see if we want to pursue, staying with them, because Brad does help the county a lot with the phone and the internet. He's not just, the IT, he does help with those other things too.
Okay. before we close, the Case covered bridge.
Oh,
Brenda received a call that tin was blowing off the roof during one of those gale force storms we had.
Yep, I went down, looked at it, the rust got a hold. I went down, looked at it, the rust got a hold. I've got a picture of it, I sent it to him.
So what we told the person calling was, our guys aren't carpenters. Blowing 100 mile an hour, nobody's getting on that bridge.
No,
Yeah.
If, there's just nothing we can do. So I just want to let you know, that's what was told.
years ago, when Walt was around there, a bunch of us went down there, worked on that bridge, fixed the rust, put sides back on it, painted it, and all that. That was,
Just to maintain it and keep it up.
that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, you wouldn't get me on the top of that thing. Especially with, at that point, I think there was ice or snow.
There's just a lot of wind that day.
Right. Rain, I knew it was something slick, it would have been slick, and it would have been dangerous with wind and.
But by the next day, it was laid back down. It wasn't like there was a whole big piece of it missing or like four area. It just folded up on the roof and laid right back down.
Right.
And it's still that way to this day. I checked.
Do you know of anyone who would get up there and nail that thing down in the area?
Probably come up with somebody.
Okay. You guys might want to check that out, but in no way, shape, or form do we want.
It's good to maintain those old bridges if we can. We need to really take care of them.
Right.
One another.
Right.
And there's a.
Yeah, I don't want to put words.
The county each year to maintain those bridges and keep them up, so. And you should spend some of that.
Yeah, it's only $1,800.
I mean, well, and if you look at your financial report, there is some money, so if we need to hire someone to fix that instead of the highway,
Oh,
they probably could
absolutely.
use the funds from there to do that.
We need somebody with liability insurance up on that thing,
Right.
other than county employees curling on the top and.
But yeah, I was about to send the highway
Get
guys.
someone to take care. There's money to do that.
I'll just tell you right now, county ain't doing it.
I know that, I know, you don't even have to tell me that.
Yeah, well, I already relayed that information. I'm like,
I've done enough down there, put a lot of money into that.
Yeah, I know, we appreciate it.
About $40,000 worth.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah, I agree.
okay, do you have anything?
Well, I don't know if I want to bring it up yet or not. On the HR for privacy purposes, where are we at on the offices? And I don't want to order anything if it's not going to be needed. I feel like I could use it. I want to buy panels to put around the HR now. And then eventually, if it's moved to a different place, I want to move Bonnie into that office area because she, at times, her job requires
Yeah, anybody.
concentration.
Yes,
So,
that's fine.
No, so I've pushed since 2013, Colleen, for HR to have,
right, and it was a problem when I was auditor before. We've got to get that
And there
fixed,
was
or we're
one
gonna get
office.
dinged.
Absolutely. It's
You know how that
amazing
is.
they have
I know.
and we are
it.
working.
And you can order it fast.
Yeah.
Get us a quote and we'll look at it and then we'll approve it.
Okay, and they are going to be, the people I've been dealing with are going to be out here tomorrow, so I can pin them down. And I don't know, I haven't, to be honest, I have not looked at my budget to see what's there and what's not. I may be asking for more money, I don't know. But Bonnie actually-
8-foot ceiling, 8-foot or.
Well, I didn't know if I wanted to go that high if we were moving. I mean, I don't know.
So you
Well, I
have,
mean,
like down
you
in the
gotta have
extension
it.
office.
I think it's 7 foot.
Okay,
Is what they
7,
get,
I don't want to move the ceiling, but 7 foot would be, because your voice still travels. It's,
Right.
I think 7 feet would be
See,
fine.
we got those quotes from RQAW, and the intent was to keep it under 150, so that we didn't have to go get bids and everything. And then we were gonna split this room in half and use HR one half and the veteran officer the other, and then do the commissioner council meeting room down the community room. And build a wall, and we did get a quote from Ricketts for new lighting down there, because that's, I think, the only room that has not had lighting replaced, LED lighting. So we are doing stuff, and they were supposed to meet there at the end of December, but someone was sick, so, yeah.
I didn't want to spend money unnecessarily, but
Well, that's
I
not-
really feel like
Yeah, that's
it
not
can be
unnecessary.
used.
Yeah.
It can be used.
And I think you'd be safe, even if you didn't want to go with the tall walls, if you went with like what Adam has in his work. It is some separation, but I totally get the HR.
I don't know,
The
Brandon.
sensitivity.
I bet it's not that much more, those 7-foot walls. That's what I go 7 foot.
Because I know there's some partitions down in the community room.
Voices
Stacked
carry.
against the wall. Did you see that? There's some partitions and stuff. Yeah. I don't know if you can use some of your tall ones
These
to,
are not,
they're fabric.
okay,
They're
the
heavy.
ones that I'm looking at, they don't have the brackets so somebody can fall
Oh,
over.
yes, okay.
So, and I want to look at replacing her desk. She needs more room.
Okay.
She's got this much work area and she's working with, it's been a long time since desks have been replaced.
Oh, yeah. We was just use whatever is laying around.
I got mine out of the dumpster. Thanks. Thanks to the extension office. I kind of hated to give that up. So,
Yeah, you do need all that workspace in that office. I don't have anything else that I know of. Did you?
Brandon, I'd like to make a comment. I listened to you talk to your highway department a while ago, and since I left as county commissioner here, I work with counties all over the state. And I want to tell you that the most successful highway departments are the ones where the commissioners allow the highway superintendent to make decisions and report to them. But the ones that micromanage the highway departments do not have very good highway departments.
I tried to have that
I
conversation
just
with
want to make
the,
that comment.
yes, I tried to have that conversation with prior superintendent that they were appointed and what their role was, and that their budget was approved by the council and for,
I attend commission meetings all over the state, and I just wanted to make that comment.
yeah, I agree.
Mainly because I'm interested in the infrastructure of the county. And the superintendent he has ways of finding out how they can fix things cheaper than maybe going to some consulting firm and have them kind of tell the commissioners what they should do. That doesn't work. It does not work. I just want to make that comment. I'll shut up now.
About new equipment, does that have to go toward bidding? Do they have to have bids on new equipment?
Yeah, just depending on the price.
Did you have bids on the trucks you purchased?
There's a state, for a number of vehicles, there are certain dealerships around the state that have state-approved bids. So you can just buy them off it makes it more efficient, you just buy it off the state bids. Or you can go through your own bid process, depending on.
And so it's one of the things you go through them and they'll tell you what's the best price for it. So you order through Source Well and you save money.
Yeah, and I know these two will feel the same way. We appoint people and we have elected officials for a reason to do their jobs. From talking to these guys, we are not gonna micromanage anybody. If you have it in your budget, $300,000 to buy trucks that year, I don't know what you need, you know what you need. As long as you stay in that budget, you
And I
know,
think with the argument, they just wanted the communication, but then it went over that.
way over.
Because I still think you need to communicate with the council commissioners.
You need
what you're doing.
communication. You have to have
That's fine.
communication.
But it can go overboard and that's when it goes sour.
Well, and there again, you get approved budgets one day, and DGOF comes in after you've made contracts and ripped you for about $1 million. So
Yeah, that
that's
happens
why I
this year.
say it's been a pleasure to work with Brenda, because when they rip, she funds. And I can't thank her enough for what she's done. And I appreciate her being in a position to even do more. That's all I have.
These are the health board appointments, but I didn't know if you were, I just got those.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we'll just check in, we'll call the health department, find out who we're supposed to appoint this year, what position.
Okay, because I think it appears that one that replaced
And I would like-
Duncan, I'm thinking the dates are the same as someone else, and if you're telling me that every year someone.
And if you don't mind being president of the council of commissioners, you can call the health department and ask them,
I could do that.
who is the person coming up and what is their statutory position?
Okay.
Are they just a lay person, are they a hospital administrator, are they a fireman, are they a doctor? What, I mean, we know most of them.
Yeah,
But we need to know for, if we find a replacement for them, what we need to look for.
right, okay. And I thought it stated, maybe it doesn't state on their form, their renewal, but I can find that out.
I think we're looking at Sarah Mattern take Brian Duncan's place.
Yes.
Okay, so
And that's,
she's probably the one up.
I think that's the one that I think we got their dates down.
Well, they just put her 4 years out from the time she signed up, which wasn't right. She should have filled out a term.
Yeah, they did 4 years and it should have just been finishing Brian's term.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably incorrect.
Yeah, when his should have ended, yeah. So anyhow, we can,
We can look into that.
next meeting,
Okay.
we can make, what I've been told, we can make that anytime. That's not the only authority the commissioners have on the health board is, we can make that appointment at any time, we don't have to serve out the term. We can just say, this is our candidate now, this is our representative.
Well, I'm sure Kent will look into that for us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else. I know our next meeting, we will be receiving gravel tile bids. And then I was asked about why we don't receive bids for like trucking.
What?
Like, there's a lot, they did trucking or something.
We do
Do
receive
you guys
trucking bids.
receive?
I don't take any bids for trucking when I got 18 trucks up down there, guys to drive. I thought that was the most wasteful thing this county did for 8 years, is hire somebody. to
Well,
haul
someone
their
asked me
material.
about it and I'm like, well, I don't know that we ever,
We did. I did.
I think we.
I've never seen
Had one in and.
Al, Lindley, Pyle, and there's one more.
I mean, we can always take the bid.
Yeah.
We can have them on file in case you do.
and see, I don't know if they were just wanting that advertised. And I said, I've never advertised it. It's
No.
now that I was auditor.
No.
You know.
That's the
Okay.
first time I've ever even heard of a county that has trucks hiring somebody to haul their material.
And it was a
And
lot
that's
of
rainy
rain.
day stuff. So, no,
Phone
you
checks going out for
can
$20,000
take
for
the
bids.
bids, but I'm not gonna hire anybody to haul our material.
That's fine.
All right, well, I guess if no one has anything else, our next meeting will be January 19th on a Tuesday, 9 o'clock.
Pay attention, 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock. And maybe we'll have a drainage board meeting. Roger was not able to be here today, so he may have something after that. So call me if you can add that to the drainage board for the next meeting. Great. Okay. So then.
Yes, happy New Year.